Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Today we're going to continue our discussion on creating our projects. So first question, especially for those of you who watch the video, am I in an R project? And how do you know? Am I using an R project here? Any volunteer would like to answer that question? Am I using a particular R project? Yes, AG.
Yes, sir.
Yes, good. How do you know?
On the top right side,
Yeah, okay.
there's a name for the title
Yeah,
po.
very good. Very good. Thank you, AJ. Yeah, that's perfect. That's correct. So AJ said, yes, this is an R project because on the top right, okay, you have a name here. Otherwise, AJ, would this have looked like if there was no R project here?
It would say untitled.
Yes, correct. R project none, okay? Or none. So that means it's not in an R project. Okay, thank you. Yes, very good. Thank you, Cheska. Now, question. Why is it important to create an R project class? What's the purpose? Why not just open an R script and spare us the trouble of creating an R project? Why should we spend a bit of time, just a few seconds, even a minute, to create an R project? What's the rationale for that? What did you learn in the video that you watched, class? Yes, thank you. Yeah, very good. Neos, thank you. Very good to keep organized. Yes, Francine, to help utilize yung mga data. Yes, correct. When you answer, please share to everyone so that everybody benefits from your Cheska. Yes, correct. Paki-share yung answer nyo. Do not direct message me. Please share it to everyone. These answers are correct, class. Sabi ni Neo said, to keep organized. Very true. So using our project will help us organize our files. Okay. And Francine said that, Francine, kindly share your answer to everyone. And Cheska also. And Ian said, to ensure your code is safe. Yes, very, very true. So because if you're not working in a project, okay, and you're doing some codes, whether in R script or RMarkdown, and if suddenly let's say there's some power outage, then there's a big probability that you lose that file. But if you're working with an R project and there's a power outage, even if you have not saved that R project or R markdown, that file will still remain there in that RMD file or R script file that you're doing. Okay, so Francine and Jessica, kindly share your answer to everyone. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so remember that in our project, you can create several folders there and then save have a folder for files or data, data. So you can keep your data there. So it's organized, okay? And then as just like Ian and Cheska sabi nila, to save the codes. All right, so we'll have a quick example on how to create the R project. We will not go through it again step by step. So those of you who haven't watched the video, please watch the video, okay? So just quickly. So there are several ways to create a project. So let's do this. File, and then new project, right? New project. Okay, so it's asking me to save. Let me save it first. SQL, okay, save. All right, so here you have now, okay. Just fix this. So okay. So I'm going to open a new project. And this is what we're going to do. Sorry, file, new project. Okay, last time what we did was to create create first an existing directory. If you recall, we created the subject. Sorry, not if you recall, because I was cut last time. So if you watch the video, I instructed the class to open a folder called FINLYTS. And then inside that folder, you create another folder, which could be entitled the topic, because for example, in FINLYTS, we'll have several topics. So what we did last time, I think, was intro to R. Okay, now, and then we use this existing directory. Now what we're going to do is, instead of using this existing directory, because we haven't created a new directory, so we're going to create a new R project. You call it EDA. I'm not going to create it anymore because I already have it here. So what you can do is go to new directory. Okay, new directory. I hope you're following with me. And then new project, new directory, and then new project. Okay, so you click this and then write your directory name. Okay, so for now, use the directory name EDA underscore SQL. Okay, because EDA, that's our next topic, which is exploratory data analysis underscore structured query language is what we'll try to learn. Of course, only the beginning for today. All right, so you can write here, for example, EDA underscore SQL. What does EDA stand for? EDA stands for exploratory data analysis. SQL stands for structured query language. Okay, and then hello, am I connected? Can you hear me, class?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me just check if I'm recording, because sometimes when I get disconnected, yeah, I'm still recording. Okay. So you can create project as a subdirectory of, you can put it in FINLYTS, okay? FINLYTS. So I'm not going to do that anymore. So the mother directory is FINLYTS, right? Okay, so you can put it there, cancel, okay? And then once you have this, you can open a new session and then create project, okay? So kindly do that, please. So the intention is to create an R project with the name of EDA SQL. Okay, so I'll just cancel this because I already have it. So I'll give you a few seconds to do that. And then once you're done with it, kindly please chat so that I'm informed. I know if I may proceed. Thank you, Vince. Okay, good. Okay, good. Great, great. If you have any questions, please feel free to raise your hand. Okay, good. Thank you so much. Unless there are some questions, clarifications. Okay, great. So how do we know that we already created the project? Here. Yes, here. We should have here EDA SQL. Okay. And then what did we do last time, class? Let me just, okay. I'm going to delete some files here. Okay. All right. Then we said once we have the project, you can create folders. Depending on what you want. I created here a folder to store all rendered files, a folder to store images, a folder to store data files or raw files, a folder to store my RMD file and my RScript file. You can, of course, create one. How do you create one? By clicking this new folder, and then Let me just name it another one, trial one. Okay. I'm getting disconnected again. Okay. All right. Can you hear me, class?
Yes po.
Is my screen sharing? Is my screen shared?
Yes po.
Okay, thank you. Now, this is what I just created, trial one, as an example. I'll just delete that. Click this, and then there's a delete button here. There. Delete. Okay, so now we have this. So what are we going to do now? Let's create now a new RMD file. Okay, so how do you create an RMD file? Go here, and then RMD, RMarkdown. And in the previous discussion, we said that it's better to use an RMD or even a Quarto document compared to an R script. There are so many limitations of an R script. In this subject, we're not going to use R script, either RMarkdown or Quarto. Quarto is, of course, better than RMarkdown. But let's start first with RMarkdown. Quarto document has certain features that you cannot do in RMarkdown. So it will be very easy to migrate from RMarkdown to Quarto. Okay, so once you get the hang of RMarkdown, it will be easy to learn Quarto. It's more convenient, really. All right, so how do you open an RMarkdown? Just click this, there, and then we'll be asked for the title, right? So whatever title, I'll just put trial one. Okay, author, and then we said that for the date, you can either, if you unclick this, you can type the date now, or whatever date you want. Okay, and if you use this, then later on, if you render or print your document, this date will remain fixed. This is absolute. Okay, on the other hand, if you want that the date is relative, in the sense that when you print it, let's say 2 weeks from now, and you want the date to change to that specific date 2 weeks from now, then you don't type the date now. You click this one, okay. Once again, sorry. Is my screen sharing? Is my screen?
No po, sir.
No, okay. Nawawala. Okay, thank you. All right. So with RMarkdown, you can create a document or a presentation. Okay. Some students of mine, when they report in class, when there's a class report, they use this. What the good thing about this is that unlike a PowerPoint, when you have to copy your outputs from Excel or from Word, here the slide is already, you can already write codes in the slide, and the slide can also generate the output. Okay, so very convenient. Shiny when you're creating a website. From templates, I'll discuss this later on. Okay, the templates that I have here is quite different from your templates. Okay, at least some of them. There used to be many here, but when I updated my R, some of the others were not captured. So konti na lang dito. All right, but we're going to create a document. Okay, so option, either HTML, PDF, or Word. We're going to stick to the HTML and then okay. So we have now created an R. Okay, what happened here? Ano nangyari? Ba't nawala si ano? Okay. Let me repeat it. Let me repeat, class. Okay, let me repeat. File, sorry, not file. Plus RMarkdown. Okay, you can just use trial one. Okay, HTML. Okay. Okay, and then what happened? Something's wrong with mine. Sorry. For a while pero bakit siya, yun pala yung ano ko, margin ko dito. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Pero bakit siya kwarto? Bakit nag-kwarto to? This is kwarto. Bakit siya kwarto? Okay, this is no. No, okay. Siguro something happened to the settings. Okay, so this is still our markdown because a quarto document, if I open one, it will be very different. Ganun din HTML, create. Parehong interface kaso, okay, take a look. So it says here quarto siya, and then the code chunk is different. Okay, nagtataka lang ako, I'm just wondering why. Okay. Okay, let me just check, sorry class. Let me check I'm sure with Cobalt. Yes. Don't know what happened. Anyway, it's the same. It's the same. Just the format just changed. Maybe it's because of the Tufti. I'll explain what Tufti is all about later. This has something to do with Tufti. Okay. All right. So we said that this is the YAML, yet another markup language. Now, when you have your cases, make sure that you edit this, you format this in such a way that you can have good output in your paper. All right. So in fact, let's have an example. This is an HTML document. Okay, you can actually change this. So if you want to add more features to our HTML document, let's say Shift Enter, Enter there, and then Tab. So under output is my HTML document. And then I'm indenting it. Okay, and then colon there, okay? And then enter. Okay, so under my HTML document, okay, tab. So let's put the table of contents. So this means that my document will create the table of contents. Okay, so that's how you write the table of contents class. Okay, I'm giving you a few seconds class to follow. Maybe I'm going too fast. Okay, then enter again. So let's add some more. Let's say, what else? What can I think of? Okay, let's put numbers to our number sections. Okay, you remember we discussed this, and then let's put numbers to our sections. Let's say number sections. Yeah. Oops, I have to put a space here. True. Okay, you know that the code is correct because it turns into this color. And then enter. Okay, so everything is under HTML. So R will understand that. if we place TOC here, then it will generate an error term because it will not understand what TOC is. If it's under output, it should be under either HTML document or PDF document. It depends on the nature of document that you want printed. Okay, then also this is a good one. The TOC, we call it float. Okay, and we make this true. You'll see later on when we need this. Enter what else? What else can we? End of section. Okay, another one I think is TOC depth. Okay, depth refers to the number of layers. Okay, so remember this is layer 1, layer 2, and we can make it layer 3 or layer 4, depends on your requirement. Okay, and then also, we can put here theme. Theme, there are many types of theme. The most common one is unified. Okay, you can explore this. There's cerulean, different types of theme. Okay. So questions about this so far, class?
None po.
Okay, and there are other ways to, for example, you can also put here the bibliography. In your paper, in your cases, you'll be required to cite papers as references. So you should know how to indicate here, for example, the bibliography. Okay, but let me just show to you how this is done. Okay, partly only, and then I would want you to on your own research how to complete this. So let's go to Google Scholar. Let's get some Google Scholar. Okay, let's get an article there. Okay, let's let's say behavioral finance. Behavioral finance. Okay, so it will give us here. Here are articles, journal articles. Okay, behavioral finance. An overview. Okay, we can cite this. Click the cite, and then it will give you several choices. MLA, APA, Chicago, Harvard, Vancouver. These are different ways to cite the article. What we're going to need for R is this one. BibTeX here. Okay, so this is how you will. This is what you're going to use for your RMarkdown. So we can copy this. Okay, Control C, and then let's save it in a text. Okay, let's save it in a text here. File. Okay, not that one here. Here, and then here we can use a text file here, and then copy it here. Okay. Are you following, class? Okay, pause muna ako. I might be going too fast. Please interrupt me. Please stop me if I'm going too fast. Kindly chat, please, if we're okay so far, or you want me to repeat. Am I still sharing, class? Disconnect na naman ako. Okay, good. Thank you. Okay. Okay lang ba so far, or you want me to repeat the process? I went to Google Scholar, type topic, and then I just chose this class. Okay, just to repeat the process. Okay, maybe you're doing a research on behavioral finance, and then you're going to cite this in your in-text. In your paper, you're citing a particular article, and then here, cite. If you were using, let's say, either Google Docs or you're going to use this in APA format. But for R, okay, we're going to use BibTeX. Click that one, and then copy this. Copy this text, Control C, and then save it in your R project here. Just open a text file, okay, here, and then copy that bibtex, and then save this. Okay, maybe let's create here, here references, reference dot bib. Let's call it that one, or just reference, and then we can we can save this. Okay, file, save as. So let's name it, let's say, behave, whatever, behave dot bib. This is for bibliotech, and then put it here in reference. Put it here in reference, and then save it. So there, if I go to reference, we now have this text file. Okay, so the next part is actually easy, but I'm going to, okay, where's that? But I'll let you be the one to see or to how to put it here. It's actually very easy. Okay, it's very easy. All right, so what do we have now? This is our code chunk, right? And in the video, I discussed what this means. This is just the name of this code chunk. The code chunk should begin with, okay. Now I'm wondering, because in bakit kaya naging yung RMD ko, ang difference class dito kasi, okay, sa RMD, okay, merong ganito, di ba? Backticks, yan. Tapos dito sa ilalim, backticks. So this is how the RMD looks like. But in Quarto, tinanggal na nila tong backticks na to. Okay, that's why I'm wondering why I'm generating a Quarto document. Something's wrong with my R. We'll have to inspect this later. Anyway, so we learned how to, oh no, sorry class. I have to fix my internet connection. Okay, where was I? So we have this code chunk. What's a shortcut class for creating a code chunk? What's a shortcut for creating a code chunk? Anybody? Yes, thank you, Ian. Very good. So for Mac users, yes, somebody raise your hand. Who's that? Baka, who was that? Sorry, hindi ko nakita. Baka ina-answer din yung question ko. So for Mac, it's Command Option plus I. Okay, for Windows, it's Control Alt I. Okay, so let's do that. I'm using Windows. I'm going to press Control Alt I. Ayun ang problema kasi I think this is a Quarto document, Control Alt I. Okay. So, dali lang class, ha? I'm sorry about this. Daming problema itong ano ko ngayon, ha? Kasi when let me open again an RMarkdown document. Create an RMarkdown document. Pero, pag nag-create siya, okay? Pag nag-create siya, untitled, Ayun, okay? Ito. Okay, so kanina, siguro, I don't know. Kasi hindi yung kanina, ito class yung ginawa ko. It's not an RMD file. It's an QMD file. Kwarto, markdown siya. So I'll go back here para pare-pareho tayo. Kasi may differences din sa sa kwarto, sa QMD. All right, so let's just include here like that one class. Hindi tayo makapag-create ng code chunk basta-basta sa Unlike sa RMD, Control Alt I. There you go. Tapos I can just put a separation here. And then let's say summary, and let's use empty cars. No? Let's use empty cars. Okay. Then we discussed also yung use ng paggamit ng class ng title, no? Ng index. So here I'm putting empty cars to name this code chunk. So it's a good practice class. Okay. So what else? Then we discussed this. I discussed this class. This is the outline. And if I click this, it goes
Sir,
here. Yes.
hindi po nag-share screen.
Okay, sorry. Thank you. Thank you for informing me. All right. So as I was saying, this on the right here, you have the outline. This is very important and this is very useful because it tells you the type of headers that you have. So ito, if you click this, so pupunta siya dito, di ba? RMarkdown, dalawa, no? If you have one, let's say, one intro. Okay. As I'm writing this class, take note, nagsusulat siya dito, di ba? Intro to EDA. Okay. Let's make it all caps para mas kita natin. Intro to EDA. Okay. And notice, class, that this one, okay, if I click this, it goes here. This is getting to be exasperating. Nawala na naman. Okay, can you hear me, class?
Yes po.
Okay, and is my unstable, your internet connection is unstable. Okay, please bear with me, class. I hope I'm able to resolve this with I don't know if it's the ISP, Internet Service Provider. Okay, so 2 hashtags, class. And I can make you another one, just 1, 2, 3. So third, let me just put here third level. Okay, so you notice the third level is under the second level. The second level is of course under the first level. So then we have here including plots here. So this is still under intro to EDA. Okay, let's put another one here, 1 hashtag intro to plotting. Now you can see that this one, including plots, is under now this first hashtag. So it's quite self-explanatory. Okay. Okay. So let's try to knit this and see what happens, class. Okay, please take note of the include is equal to false, okay, and echo is equal to false, include is equal to true, which is the default, and echo is equal to true. So when you're not including anything, for example, you're not including the code chunk. Okay, so you write echo is equal to false. And there will be instances in your paper when you have to use this echo is equal to false. Okay, because for example, you're using this. You don't know, you're for example, analyzing, if I run this, you're analyzing or discussing the plot of the relationship between pressure and temperature. Okay, in your paper, you need not show plot pressure. Okay, because if it's a paper, you don't necessarily put the codes unless your paper is about how to write codes. Okay, but in your paper, it will not be about writing codes. So you might ask me, how do I know if your code is correct? You're going to submit your RMD file and your HTML file. Okay, so the RMD file and the HTML file are different. Okay, this is the RMD file. Okay, so let me close this. Okay, and if okay, so here take note. Here, I didn't put echo is equal to false. So that means the default is echo is equal to true. So what will happen? The result will be printed and also the code will be printed. I don't put here echo, did I lose you? If I, Gilbert, i-mute kita. Okay, so if I don't put here echo is equal to false, then it means that echo is equal to true because that's the default. And echo is equal to true, okay, means that I will have to print, I will print the code and also, of course, the result. Okay, because if I print this now, so this is the empty cars data set. So there are several variables there. Okay. So even if I don't show the output, I'll close this. Then this, when we render it, the printed copy will still show the summary of empty cars. Okay, I hope you understand that. So let's knit this. Okay, do you need some time, class, to work on this? Just mga example lang yung class. You can create another level here. Okay, let me create another level here. Okay. Levels are represented by hashtags. Okay. And let me put here echo, anyway, echo is equal to true. Okay, example. Okay, now in the video, I mentioned that there's a difference between the hashtag outside of your code chunk. If I place a hashtag here, take note, it did not change this one, the outline, because the hashtag inside the code chunk is only for comments. Okay? These are only for comments, and it will not reflect as a level, as part of your hierarchy. All right, then of course, make sure to save your file. Okay, so here we can save this file, save as. Okay, and save where? Save where? So it's now under reference. I don't want the reference. I'm putting it under RMD, inside RMD, and then name it just trial 1. Okay. Trial 1. Okay. Save. And that should be now. If I go here, okay, EDA, and then RMD, you can find this one, trial 1. Okay. Now, even if I did not save this, notice it's now trial 1. A while ago, it was untitled. Even if, for example, this one, okay, this one is not saved yet. If ever this was, let's say something happened and this was closed, okay, when you open this project again, this EDA SQL, okay, you will still see this one, the untitled 2, untitled 1 also. All those that were not saved will still be there. Unlike if you were not working inside an R project, when we lose this file, you lose everything. You lose those files that were not saved. Okay. All right. So let's now go to So we have this, let's just review. Actually, when you write your bibliography later, it will be written here, okay? All right, but I want you to research on that. Okay, so let's now knit this, and I'll show you what TOC float means. Okay, so let's knit to HTML. Okay, so you'll see that in my case, it will ask me to save it. Okay, I'll just write demo 100. Okay. So masasave siya dito class sa RMD, no? Save. Okay, so na-save yung ano na to, yung file na to as demo 100. And then, oops, sorry, but nagkaroon ng ano? Error saan sa error? Arg should be ay, sorry, mali class. Mali ito, no? Ito yung sabi na yung themes dapat, yung mga pwede, default, bootstrap, cerulean, cosmo, ito yung mga default na ano, mali. Should be united class, sorry, ha? Kamali ako ng spelling. Unified na lagay ko. Unite. Kaya pala tataka ko, sabi ko, maybe something's wrong there kasi hindi siya hindi siya nag-continue, no? So, united, pwede. Okay, theme, united. Okay, may Yeti then, you may explore this, no? Okay. All right, so let me knit it again, knit. Okay, yan, tuloy-tuloy na yan, okay? So it's now processing, and then there you go. It's printed now to our viewer. There. Okay, so this is your floating class, no? Floating table of contents. If I click this, it will go to, bakit dalawa lang yung na-record? 0.1 lang at saka 0.2. So, ay, sorry. My bad class. Ang naano ko yung, dapat ito. Okay. Sorry again. Ang naano ko class, ang na-knit ko yung ano, yung isang file. Let me re-knit it. Okay, ito mali. I have to change this. United. Okay, knit. There. Okay, there you go, class. Okay, so you can see here, okay, under intro, under 1.1 is 1.1, no? So under 2, you also have 2 and 2.1. Okay, so this is your floating table of contents. Okay, and you can see here that ito yung summary cars. The code was generated. Okay, so if you're you're discussing, for example, if you're discussing cars, the data set cars, and you're describing that the data set cars has 2 variables, speed and distance, and these are their 6-number summary. So you don't have to put the summary cars. Because we're discussing the data, you no need to put the summary cars here, okay, because you're not discussing anyway the coding, okay? So you should have written here R and then cars and comma, echo is equal to false. So no need to have printed this. Okay, and this one also, there are other ways to show your number summaries. This is not a good one because of the hashtags here. Doesn't look good. Ito din, class, di ba? So, there are other ways, do explore other ways to do descriptive statistics. One that can, for example, generate your mean, median, mode, etc. Okay, in a better way. All right, here, class, take a look at this one. This was the our pressure code chunk, and then we wrote echo is equal to false. So what does that mean? Echo is equal to false did not show the code chunk. However, it generated the output. Okay, generated the output. Okay, there, class. Okay, let me stop. Any questions, class? Or kindly chat, please, if you're able to follow so far. Sorry. Any clarifications? Any questions? Okay, clear so far. Good. Good.
Sir, question po.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Pwede po ba makita yung code chunk after the R setup?
After the R setup. Okay, sige. After the R setup, ang code chunk natin, ito, yung summary cars lang.
Okay po, sir. Kasi po, nirun ko po siya.
Sige,
And
tingnan natin yung tingnan natin yung code mo. Check. Would you like to share your screen?
disabled participant screen sharing
Ay,
po,
sorry.
sir.
Kanina kasi nag-ano to eh. Kanina pa off and on. Okay, yan. All right. Isma, hindi. I'm not sharing. So you go ahead, please. Yan. Okay. Ian, thank you. Okay, sige.
Ayan po, sir. Bale, sinundan ko po siya.
Pakilagyan mo nga, i-increase mo yung width ng source window natin. I-ano mo muna. Yan, sige. Palitan mo muna yung, ayan, sige. Okay? So, intro to EDA, and then RMarkdown. Paki-click mo yung outline natin. Outline, there. Third level. Okay, next. Sige. What happened? Sige, down,
Ayan
please.
po, sir. Bale po yung TOC po kasi niya.
Mm-mm.
Dalawa lang po yun na register.
Dalawa lang.
Yes. Hindi po na register yung intro to EDA as a header. Paano po yun?
Andali, tingnan natin na. Intro to EDA. Okay. Lagyan mo ng space, no? Yan. Okay. Kanina hindi nag-reflect yung intro to EDA. Tama ba?
Yes po, sir. Ito din po.
Yan, sige.
Bale, nito po,
Click mo
sir.
ulit. Okay. So, ang requirement ni yan, meron na, no?
Yes po, sir. Meron.
Meron na. Kailangan may space dun sa hashtag, no?
Okay po, sir.
Okay,
Thank
good.
you po.
Good. Thank you, Ian. Thank you. Appreciate the question. Okay. All right. Share screen ulit ako. Okay. How time flies so fast. Okay, good. I hope you're learning this. Of course, class, we haven't really scratched the surface kasi marami pa to, no? And unfortunately, hindi naman talaga ito yung lesson natin kasi financial analytics tayo. But it pays, class. It pays to know these things. So I encourage you to really on your own, learn about it. Learn more about it, how to insert the bibliography. I already showed to you how to create a bibtech text, no? Yung last part na lang yan, ilalagay nyo dun sa you're going to put that in the, sa YAML din yan, class. It will also be placed here. So, indeed, RMarkdown is very, very powerful, class, especially when you're creating documents. Okay? This far outperforms Word, okay, or Google Docs. Kasi dito, pwede i-combine mo na di ba? Yung code, okay? You can load here the data, can get the summary of the data. You can perform regression here. You can perform portfolio optimization here in this document, which of course you cannot do whether in Word or in Google Docs. Okay, so this equips you really. This equips you. Okay, let me just one more illustration. Kasi kung titingnan natin yung output natin, parang napakasimple naman yan, no? Di ba? Yan lang, napakasimple. But, class, ang dami pa nitong pwedeng gawin dito. So let me just give you an example of a paper that creates two columns, for example, no? But we need to install a particular package. And how do you install a particular package? Class, so I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's create one code chunk here. Okay. And then to install a particular package, we use this install.packages. Okay. So that's the code. And packages are programs. They're technically parang software na rin yan, no? Programs that's linked, in our case, it's linked to R, okay, so that we can make use of the functionalities, yung mga codes niya, yung mga functions na ginagawa. For example, later on we're going to study quant mode, no? Which I'm sure some of you, my previous students already know. Okay, quant mode is a very powerful package where you can download, you can import data, stock prices, so many things, interest rates, inflation rates, okay, commodity prices, etc. Okay, and so the package that we're going to install is Tufte. Okay, Tufte is a well-known, let's say, is into data visualization. Okay, ang ganda ng mga thesis nito ni Tufte. So let's load this first. Okay, one or more packages that need to be updated. So if you see this, then need to be updated, are currently loaded. Restarting R prior to install is highly recommended. So click yes. No? I just want to show you something. Okay, hindi lang natin. One or more, okay. At dumoble siya. Starting our session. Sometimes if it keeps on increasing, i-cancel niyo na, no? Kasi okay na naman eh. Okay na yan. In your case, nagganon ba siya, class? Kasi naka-install na sa akin yung Tufte. And if I check here, packages here, and then if I write Tufte, so here it is. Tufte style for RMarkdown documents. Exactly what we're talking about. Okay. Paki-chat nga please, class, kung na-install niyo na si Tufte. I want to know. Okay, good.
Sir, paano po pag,
Pag,
nag-warning siya R-tools is required, pero sa pinaka-last part, package to successfully unpack.
okay na yun. Okay na
Okay
muna
na yan. Okay, sir.
Oo,
Thank you,
okay na
sir.
yun. Check mo kung sa packages, type mo dito sa search Tufte, it should appear here. No?
Meron po, sir. Thank
Okay,
you.
Good. Thank you. Thank you. Other questions? Okay, good. So let's now create another RMD file. Okay, so let's go here. RMD. Okay, now, ang gagamitin natin, from template tayo, class. No? Kasi may template si Tufte ng RMD file. Tingnan lang natin, class, kung ano yung ginagawa nitong Tufte na RMD file. No? So I'm going to click this. And you should have this, class. Ito. Tufte. Let's click Tufte handout, HTML or PDF. Click natin siya. Click, and then OK. And it will open now a different, ito So, RMD file, di ba? And you can see here, ayan, may bibliography nga dito. Okay. So, title, a Tufte handout example, tapos may running header pa siya. No? May subtitle. So, you can see here that you can put a subtitle to your paper. So, author, date, ganun din. And then yung output, iba. No? So, yung output, ginamit niya yung package na Tufte, and then Tufte HTML default. Then also Tufte handout, okay, and then citation package, not bib, latex engine, XE LaTeX. So medyo may mga andito na hindi pa natin na-discuss, which actually we're not going to discuss, no? Bibliography, skeleton bib, but there are explanations about this which you can on your own find. Tapos dito sa ilalim, may example ng text, okay? Then may YAML siya dito, no? Okay? May YAML din siya dito. Parang inulit na to, pero ibang klase ito sa ilalim, no? Alright, then Let's just scroll down. So, mga notes to, no? Tapos, mayroon pa ditong CSS. Okay? Of course, I don't expect you to really learn everything overnight, no? But be aware of this, no? Be aware of this. And let's knit this. Tingnan natin. Knit. Okay. Knit to Tufte HTML. Okay? HTML ang gagawin natin. Pwede rin kung gusto yung handbook, handout pala or book, pwede rin yun. HTML. And then once again, this will tinatanong sa akin o kung anong save. Lagay ko lang Tufte 1. Tufte 1. Sample lang naman to. Save. Ganyan. Nag-render na siya. Okay, nawala na naman ako. Okay. So were you able to generate this? Tingnan nyo class yung ano, yung Tufte. Okay. Tingnan nyo class, di ba? May mga sidebar siya, tapos may plot siya dito na side na ano. Okay. You can see the difference between how this was generated. Pwedeng pang libro, di ba? Okay. So this tells us, class, that you can come up with a very, very good output using Tufte and others. May iba pang mga ano, may iba pang mga packages. Okay? So ito, tingnan nyo. Si Tufte mahilig siya sa mga side notes. Yan. Yung mga ano niya, yung mga explanation niya na nasa side notes. There. May plot pa siya dito. No? So ito yun. Right? Did you get it, class? Kindly please respond in the chat box. I just want to know if you were able to get this very, very good Tufte handout example. Tingnan yung mga goals of this package. To produce both a PDF and HTML output with similar styles from the same RMarkdown document. No? So just the same RMarkdown document. To provide simple syntax to write elements of the Tufte style, such as side notes and margin figures. When you want a margin figure, all you need to do is the chunk option, figure that margin is equal to true. Ito lang yun, no, class? Figure that margin is equal to true as a chunk option. Okay? All right, so you can study this. Okay, and marami naman din mga tutorials dyan, marami mga articles. Okay? For example, kung titingnan to, paano lagay itong beautiful evidence, no? And then you'll take a look at the RMD file. Then you'll be able to see, madali lang pala itong paglagay ng gantong side notes, no? Okay, instead of making it a footnote, kasi mga footnotes to, side note siya. All right, so I hope I've encouraged you enough about this. May mga ganyan pala, no? And you can, actually sa mga subjects nyo, pwede nyo gawin to eh. And create a beautiful, subukan nyo gawin sa Word to. Diba, imagine, mahirap sa Word yan. But of course, may patience ka nga lang na aalamin mo yung code. Kasi pag medyo nalaman mo na yung code, naaral mo na to ng konti, then you can create beautiful outputs for your paper, for your subjects. Diba? Pag nakita ng teacher niyan, baka immediately 4 kayo, no? Of course, syempre, importante yung content, ha? Baka naman form lang, walang substance. No? Okay. All right. So, nako, bilis. So, I think aabot lang tayo, class, sa okay. I'll close this. So, open tayo ng panibagong RMD file, please. And I'll just name it EDA SQL. Kahit pa paano makaabot tayo sa installing packages. Alright, okay. There. So let's remove this. Okay, first thing, class, we'd like to learn how to, we already discussed this a while ago, but let's redo that. Control Alt I, Command Option I for Mac users. Okay, how do you install packages? There are 3 ways to do that. So our target is to install the package dplyr, ggplot2, and nycflights 23. So these 3 packages. And we have learned that we can install this using install.packages. packages. But we're not going to do that. I'm just going to illustrate. So you have 3, we can combine them into one. Coach dplyr, comma, code ggplot2, code nycflights 23. All right. 1, 2, 1, 2. So this is one way to install the packages. Dplyr, ggplot2, and nycflights. But let's not do that. What we're going to do is this dplyr and ggplot2 are actually part of a bigger package called tidyverse. For those of you who were my students before, you know this, tidyverse. So if we install tidyverse, then we're installing actually together with tidyverse will be dplyr ggplot2. So why don't we do that? Let's install, instead of dplyr and ggplot2, let's install tidyverse. So what's another way to install packages? You go here, files plots packages window, you go to packages, and then kindly type first tidyverse. And please chat in the chat box if you have this or not. Feedback, please, yes or no. Kindly check, please. Sorry. Again, I lost connection. Share screen again. Okay, I don't know if you caught what I was saying. We're going to install 3 packages, dplyr, ggplot2, and nycflights. However, so how to install it? You can use this, install that packages, put it inside your code chunk. However, we're going to do it differently. I asked you, I said dplyr and ggplot2 are actually part of a package called tidyverse. So when you install tidyverse, you're actually installing also dplyr, ggplot2, and other packages. So let's check. Let's have another way to install the packages. So you go to the files, plots, and packages window, and then type here in the search button box here, tidyverse. So kindly write that, and please tell me if you have tidyverse as installed as a package. Okay, chat yes or no, please. No, 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 good. No, no, no. All right, good. Thank you so much. Some are yes. So yung mga yes, ibig sabihin na-install na nila lahat ito. Okay, for those of you who haven't, who don't have tidyverse, this is what we do. One way to install it is go to packages, and then here you have install, right? Install. Okay, so repository is CRAN, that's Comprehensive R Archive Network, and the name of the package, and then the default where the package will be stored in your computer. Okay, so you can do that, or same thing, but through here, via here, tools, install packages. and it will also yield the same thing. Okay, so two ways. Okay, so let's do that. Let's use this one, install, and then type tidyverse there. And you'll see, without completing tidyverse, you'll see this one. Okay, and then tab. And then install, please. I won't install it because I already have it installed. You install only once. Okay, so pag naka-install na yan, you don't need to reinstall unless you're going to upgrade the model. Cancel ko. So once you're done, class, kindly chat, please. If you now have. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ian. Thank you, Rowan. Okay, good. Good. And check in the packages, check tidyverse. You should see it here. Okay, good. And then see, class, see. Let's take a look at dplyr. If you inspected dplyr a while ago, you would not have seen it, class. But now you'll see it. Why? Because when you installed a tidyverse, okay, most probably when you installed it, you would have seen other packages that were installed with it, right? Like ggplot2, forecast, per, what are the other ones? So it comes, I think, with about 10 or more packages with it. So when you have this package already, okay, tidyverse, when you have installed this, okay, you cannot immediately access the functions. So what you have to do is to load the package. Okay, so how do you load the package? The command to load the package is library. Okay, so you can do it differently. You can, in your code chunk here, you can type library, and then library, then dplyr, library, tidyverse. Okay, or another way is go once again to packages, and then as you click here, take note of what happens to your console here. I'm going to click this one. So there's an equivalent code for that here. So by clicking the tidyverse here, it means that you're loading. Okay, here, loading. Library means to load the package. To load the package means you'll be able to use the functions that come with the package. Okay, so the core these are core. There are others, no? Core tidyverse packages are dplyr, forecast, ggplot2, lubridate, per, readr, stringr, table, and tidyr. And then here, class, so let me just end in this class. It's already almost time. So this one, it tells us dplyr package has a function called filter. Also, stats package has a function called filter. But the stats package, class, is installed, is preloaded. Preloaded siya. It means that we don't have to install that. So much so if you type here in the packages stats, you notice that it's here. It's checked, even if I didn't load this. And there are no, you cannot delete this. Okay, X here means delete. You cannot delete the stats package because it comes preloaded with R. Okay, so this just tells us, this one, that dplyr has a function filter and stats package is a function called filter. So if you use filter, the function filter, okay, let's see this one, Control C, Control V. If you use this, R will automatically use the filter, the function from dplyr because they're different, okay? They have different purposes, they have different syntax. If you want to use the stats function filter, then you'll have to write here stats, okay? Otherwise, if you don't write stats there, then R will take it to mean that you're using the dplyr filter function. Apologies, class. Sorry, what a way to end. A disconnect na naman. Okay, so anyway, so thank you so much. It's already time. What I just stated at the end, let me just quickly repeat, is that this one means that there are two filters here, filter function, one coming from stats, one coming from dplyr. This tells us that dplyr filter masks stats, which means that if you use filter function, it will be coming from dplyr. But if you want to make use of the filter function coming from stats, you have to write this stats and then filter. This signals to R that I want to use the filter function coming from stats and not from R and not from dplyr. Okay, so next meeting, class, one last, no? Kindly install yung package. Then we go, ito lang, class packages, and then dito lang din. Oh, here, we can do this, no? Install that packages. Anyway, although installed na si dplyr ggplot2, si NYC flights hindi pa. Click natin para ma-install din. Okay. Okay. So that's what you do, class. Okay, para next meeting, we're going to tackle exploratory data analysis using NYC flights. Okay, thank you so much, class, and have a blessed day ahead and have a happy weekend. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.